Everyone, I'm Ron Jones. That is our top story tonight. Right now, the fire is out at the BioLabs on Old Covington Highway. However, officials say the thick smoke out there hanging over Conyers today could remain in the air for several days. And right now, that evacuation order remains in place for the area you see outlined there in red. So this covers nearly all of Conyers, with Sigmund Road as the north and east barrier and Interstate 20 at the bottom. 11 Alive Teresa Bowles is live tonight from Johnson Park. This is outside of Conyers and south of the evacuation zone. Teresa.
Ron, I'm off Ebenezer Road, where there's a hub for law enforcement, some of which have traveled from other counties to help. It's all hands on deck as officials work to keep the concerned residents I talked to safe in the midst of the unknown.
We got woken up by the police.
Potential danger was closing in Conyers.
They was like, y'all gotta go.
A message TJ Lamar and about 17,000 others received in Rockdale County. So she and her family slammed the door behind them to the scientific spectacle outside.
My eyes were burning and you can smell the chlorine.
Above her, colorful clouds were billowing in the sky. Rockdale County Fire Rescue explains a chemical fire broke out at BioLab. The plumes you see are a chemical reaction to the fire.
You know how on a cartoon movie when something explodes, it's like multiple clouds just climbing out of each other?
Instead of evacuation, Myshayla Edwards was instructed to shelter in place. So she shut the vents, shut the windows, while authorities shut down several roads. Lamar took a day trip to Atlanta.
By the time we came back thinking maybe it would be over, it was worse.
The fire reignited, so she headed to the shelter at Burt Adams Scout Camp 30 minutes away in Covington.
I don't have my car, I don't have my things, nothing.
The Red Cross hauling in food and supplies for evacuees who need somewhere to hunker down. Now residents are asking the same question.
What will be the true underline of what's been exposed into the atmosphere?
But we've been hitting brick walls when trying to get that answer from officials. A spokesperson for BioLab saying in part, quote, "Our team is on the scene working with first responders and local authorities to assess and contain the situation." While Edwards is contained at home, stuck in her worry about what crews may discover. That shelter is at 218 Scout Road in Covington. That's the Burt Adams Boy Scout Camp. And Rockdale County officials say if you need medical attention, you're asked to go outside of the county. Live in Conyers, Teresa Bowles, 11 Alive News.
Yeah, you can see why residents are concerned about that smoke. Teresa, thanks a lot. You know, folks, this is not the first time that BioLabs has been the focus of a chemical fire. A little more than 4 years ago, a similar incident happened at that same facility. Back in 2020, BioLabs experienced what was called back then a thermal decomposition event. It also caused a fire which temporarily shut down Interstate 20. An investigation found rainwater somehow seeped into the building, which came in contact with a chemical and initiated a reaction that caused the fire. Then back in 2004, there was also another huge chemical fire at BioLabs. To find out how that blaze compares with today's event, just go to our website, 11alive.com, and download our 11 Alive News app for free.